The TP-Link Archer C2300 is a wireless router that supports dual-band Wi-Fi, providing speeds of up to 1,900 megabits per second on the 5 GHz band and 600 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz band. It features 4 Gigabit Ethernet ports, 1 USB 3.0 port, and 1 USB 2.0 port for connecting devices such as printers or external hard drives. The router also has advanced security features such as parental controls and guest network access. Additionally, it supports TP-Link's HomeCare, which includes Antivirus, Parental Controls and QoS, quality of service, for better management of your network. The Archer C2300 also supports MU-MIMO technology, which allows multiple devices to connect to the router and receive optimal speeds without interruption. To install the TP-Link Archer C2300 router, you will need to follow these basic steps. Unpack the router and make sure you have all the necessary components, including the power adapter, Ethernet cable, and the quick installation guide. Connect the router to your modem using the Ethernet cable. Connect one end of the cable to the WAN port on the router and the other end to the LAN port on the modem. Plug the power adapter into the router and plug it into an outlet. Connect to the router's default Wi-Fi network. The name, SSID, should be on the label on the bottom of the router. The default password should be on the same label. Open a web browser and enter the default IP address of the router, 192.168.0.1, in the address bar. This will open the router's web-based configuration page. Follow the on-screen instructions to configure your network settings, such as the SSID and password for the Wi-Fi network, and the internet connection settings. Save the changes and restart the router for the new settings to take effect. Once the router is back online, you can connect your devices to the Wi-Fi network and start using the internet. The TP-Link Archer C2300 is a high-performance wireless router that is designed to provide fast and stable internet speeds. With dual-band Wi-Fi, the router can deliver speeds of up to 1,900 megabits per second on the 5 GHz band and 600 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz band, which is ideal for streaming videos, playing online games, and other high-bandwidth activities. The router also supports MU-MIMO technology, which allows multiple devices to connect to the router and receive optimal speeds without interruption. In terms of coverage, the Archer C2300 is equipped with 4 high-performance antennas that provide a wide range of coverage. Additionally, the router supports beamforming technology, which helps to focus the wireless signal towards your connected devices, providing a stronger and more stable connection. The router also supports a Smart Connect, which allows the router to automatically assign devices to the best available frequency band, providing an optimal experience for all your connected devices. However, actual coverage and performance will depend on a variety of factors, including the layout of your home, the number of walls and other obstacles between the router and your devices, and the number of devices connected to the network. Overall, the TP-Link Archer C2300 is a powerful wireless router that provides fast and stable internet speeds, wide coverage, and allows the user to manage and balance the network easily. The TP-Link Archer C2300 is a high-performance wireless router that generally receives positive reviews from users. However, like any device, it may have some issues or negative sides that customers may encounter. Setup and configuration. Some users have reported difficulty setting up the router, particularly with the web-based configuration page. It is recommended that users refer to the instruction manual or consult TP-Link's customer support for assistance. Firmware updates. Some users have reported issues with the router's firmware updates, particularly with the router becoming unresponsive or unstable after updating. It is important to check for any known issues before applying a firmware update and make sure to follow the instructions provided by the manufacturer. Limited guest network. Some users have reported that the router has a limited number of guest network, which may not be enough for larger households or businesses. No built-in VPN. Some users may be looking for a router that has a built-in VPN function, but the Archer C2300 does not have this feature. Price. Some users may find the router to be a bit expensive compared to other models in the market. It is important to note that these issues may not affect every user and that many of these issues can be resolved by consulting the router's manual or by reaching out to TP-Link's customer support. The TP-Link Archer C2300 supports IPv6, which is the most recent version of the Internet Protocol, IP, and it is designed to replace the current version, IPv4. IPv6 provides a larger address space, improved security, and other benefits over IPv4. To set up IPv6 on the Archer C2300, you will need to log into the router's web-based configuration page and follow these steps. Go to the Advanced tab and select IPv6 from the menu. Select your preferred IPv6 connection type. The router supports several types of IPv6 connections, including DHCPv6, static IPv6, and PPPoE. If you choose DHCPv6, the router will automatically obtain an IPv6 address from your Internet Service Provider, ISP. If you choose static IPv6, you will need to manually enter the IPv6 address, subnet mask, and other information provided by your ISP. If you choose PPPoE, you will need to enter your PPPoE username and password provided by your ISP. Save the changes and restart the router for the new settings to take effect. Once you have set up IPv6 on your router, you can check if it's working by visiting an IPv6 enabled website and see if the website can be accessed. Please note that the availability of IPv6 connectivity is subject to the service provided by your ISP. Not all the ISPs support IPv6 yet. Some ISPs may require additional configurations or a separate account to enable IPv6. The TP-Link Archer C2300 wireless router provides several advanced security, quality of service, QoS, and parental control features to help you protect your network and devices from potential threats, prioritize your network traffic, and control the access and content that your children can access. Security: the router supports WPA3 personal and WPA2 personal security protocols to protect your wireless network from unauthorized access. Additionally, the router has built-in firewalls to prevent unauthorized access to your network and devices. The router also supports advanced security features such as the TP-Link HomeCare powered by Trend Micro, which includes Antivirus, Parental Controls, and QoS. QoS: the router's QoS feature allows you to prioritize your network traffic, ensuring that important applications and devices receive the necessary bandwidth. The router also supports bandwidth control, which allows you to set limits on the amount of bandwidth that can be used by specific devices or applications. Parental control: the router's parental control feature allows you to control the access and content that your children can access on the internet. You can set up a schedule for internet access, block specific websites and keywords, and monitor your child's online activity. Advanced features: the router also supports some advanced features such as VPN Server, VPN Client, VPN Passthrough, Dynamic DNS, and UPnP. The above-mentioned features are just some examples of what the Archer C2300 can do, depending on the firmware version, and it's important to refer to the instruction manual of the router for detailed instructions on how to set them up and configure them.